Hello, and welcome to part 4 of this Last of Us 2 Remastered Grounded Speedrun tutorial. Today's going to be all about Ellie Day 3, which should be one of the shortest in this batch of videos. So, yes, this is where we... Which one of these is the right one? This one. This is a file I made for Convention Center. This one is where we left off. So let's go. Ellie Day 3, I would say, is the shortest of all the days. It's shorter than Jackson. It might be the same length as Farm and Santa Barbara. Maybe even shorter. I don't know. Okay, when we left it, we were skipping a bunch of cutscenes. And there's this one right here. This is the last one to skip, and then we go. First thing you want to do, reload your rifle.
Does anyone stay dry in this city?
And then... craft a molly, and then triangle prompt Jesse.
Okay.
So, when we were chasing Nora, we had time to reload the shotgun, and that was it. But that rifle bullet, just like at the start of the night portion of Day 2, even though we didn't have the rifle in our first left holster, the game forces it there. It's just something that happens, which works in our favor because we're done using the bow right now. So we have the rifle, and we reload it. That's the bullet we picked up after we killed the big Seraphite at the red door. So that's that bullet, and we do eventually use it. So yeah, reload it on your way here, and then craft a molly. Now, we did lose a little bit of time because the triangle prompt did pop up earlier, but I gotta tell you, there's no other place from here until the end where... crafting that molly, like, what I'm saying is there's basically no downtime. And I guess I should mention this here, because I get a lot of questions asked, like, why is there no speedrun category for just Santa Barbara? Why is there no speedrun category for just Santa Barbara? That's because the crafting ingredients and the bombs that Ellie ends Day 3 with carry over to when she is on the beach looking for Abby in Santa Barbara. Okay? Ammo is predetermined. It's the same amount every time. Okay? But whether you have a brick or a bottle, any bombs and any crafting ingredients you have when you're finished with this part right here, that carries over to Santa Barbara. If you have a bottle leaving Day 3, she has that same bottle in Santa Barbara. That's how it works, okay? So we don't have a speedrun category for Santa Barbara because it would be a different amount every time for different people. Or you could stock up here, and then, you know, it'd be a different amount, so it wouldn't work. That being said, this Molotov, even though it is technically losing you like maybe a second or two compared to just hitting triangle right away for Jesse, from here to the end of Day 3 and all of Santa Barbara, Ellie is always moving. Always moving. There is no spot where you're just doing nothing, okay? So this is the best spot to do it. So again, once you gain control, reload the rifle. It's the only thing that needs to be reloaded. Craft the molly.
Come on, help me out.
And then go.
Okay, go for it.
So right here is just movement stuff. So right here, we're actually going to get pushed by Jesse. We're going to do hammer swings to start.
Thanks.
But Jesse still runs faster than us, so eventually we're just going to get pushed by him.
I didn't tell her you knew.
It also keeps him behind us because he would otherwise overtake us. And then just do hammer swings over here. Right about there. Once she's finished climbing this spot right here, restart checkpoint, and it places us quite a ways further. Not necessarily us, but, ooh, a frog. It places Jesse right there. Now you want to watch your hammer swings because, like, for stuff like that. You know, it's faster to do hammer swings, but just watch yourself there, okay? Alright, so if you had 2 pistol bullets, you would... okay, so it looks like in this file, I did a leg shot and then continued. Remember the basement of the hospital? I mentioned this is what you should have. If you have 2 pistol bullets, just do that to go through. If you only have... Okay, hold on. Sends us a little too far back. Basically what I'm saying is if you... Right here. If you have no brick and 2 pistol bullets, you're going to want to do this. Get the brick and then shoot out the window. If you have 1 pistol bullet and a bottle, you can just break the glass with your melee weapon and then go in. It all depends. So you need a brick or bottle for the next encounter, which is the convention center, okay? That's absolutely 100% mandatory. You need a brick or bottle. If you already have one, just move on. Okay? But I think I talked about this at the end of the last video. You're on... Right here, you gotta pay attention to your inventory here. I mentioned, you need a combined... You need 3 bullets combined between all of your weapons. Like right before the arcade at the end of day 3. Okay? And that's basically what we have. We're going to have 1 shotgun, 1 rifle, and we're going to have 0 pistol. We don't need pistol ammo past the... Where? Like the encounter after Convention Center. So basically right here, once you enter this window, you need 1, 1, and 1. That's what you should have. And you absolutely need a brick or bottle for the Convention Center. So we're over here, just based on what I have right now. We're over here, we're doing hammer swings. We're just going to do this. And then once you make it inside, there's a checkpoint that places us quite a bit further, and we're just going to go. Now, it's a little bit faster to break that window with a bullet. But if you go from 1 to 0, you're fucked, okay? If you have 2, feel free to use it there.
Through here.
And if you don't have a brick or bottle, pick up that brick before you enter. It's so important. All right, and then right here, you want to triangle prompt this from really far away. That triggers a checkpoint, and it makes Jesse follow you right away. Okay?
Give me a hand.
Really important, because otherwise you're just waiting for him. So even though that doesn't look faster, you can, as you're running, just mash triangle and hit it from really far away. And it teleports Jesse to you, and you push this thing open a lot faster.
Why didn't she tell me about it?
So yes, at this point you should have 1, 1, and 1,
Listen,
and a brick or bottle.
I'm sure she'll tell.
Alright, right when Ellie's crouching right there, encounter begins. And the dreaded, although not so complicated anymore, convention center. I've attempted permadeath once, and the farthest I made it was right here. I got killed here. But for non-perma, it's a lot easier. So, here we go.
They say when we ship out?
Going down today. All the units will be rounded up.
What was that? Okay, let's go.
Go. I'll watch your back.
I think we're good here.
Clear to me.
Here we go. When she gets tired, start doing hammer swings. And then climb these without sprint held down to conserve her sprint. I'll do it again, and then we'll take it step by step.
Say when we ship out?
Going down today. All the units will be rounded up.
I got something. On this, come on.
I got your back.
Do you hear that? Call him.
I'm gonna assume I got alerted. If you get alerted, it's okay. Like, that was technically an alert, but it's okay if you get alerted. I do want to point out one thing, though. And I'll start with this. You have to do this area stealthy. And here's why.
Heard something. Let's check it out.
Cut them down!
Two enemies will spawn out of thin air around the corner if you are alerted before an invisible line. Okay? So this area requires stealth. Okay? If you get alerted at around this spot right here, you're okay. You can run. They'll shoot at you, but they will most likely miss. But stealth is required for this part. Okay. First things first is this bottle throw.
They say when we ship out?
I usually throw it right about there. This strategy was found by I think Shadow Days. This is not my discovery. It's a good one. This throw looks weird. I know it looks very weird,
Say when we
but
ship out?
it's a way to get it like the same way every time. If you try and like, I don't know, throw it like here, 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 you're gonna get some variation. But the fact that you're pointing it as high as you can
They say when we ship out?
means you're gonna get the bottle hitting the same spot every time. So you probably see I angled the camera horizontally about right here, and then
Who did you hear it from?
it's weird when you're just doing that. When the reticle
They say when we ship out?
just gets past whatever this thing is right here, that's when I throw it. So
Say
just
when we ship out?
right about there, angled horizontally right around here.
Who did you...
Okay? Next up is this blue box right over here. If you sprint... Hold on. It's not a thing with their eyes. If you sprint... If you sprint past this corner right here, they hear you. It's not a thing with their eyes, they hear you.
When we ship out?
So stop at around basically the edge of the taller grass. See the grass right there? Stop a little bit before then. Okay?
They say when we ship out?
Throw. Stop. I do a sprint jump just to speed her up, and then I do a sprint jump onto the curb a little bit earlier than I did it there for that reason. And I go from there. Okay?
They say when we ship
So,
out?
throw. Let go of sprint. Sprint jump to speed her up a little bit. Another sprint jump earlier than I did it. This person will look that way every time. And then do prone dives until the edge of the grass here. Go into a sprint jump, let go of sprint. And then when you get to the corner right here, you can go. If you sprint any earlier, they will hear you. Okay? As for whether or not they see you, that's random. Okay? Okay, sorry about that. I was playing around with some stuff. It wasn't going exactly the way I wanted to, so I've been playing around with some stuff. The strategy can't really change that much. And this area works a little bit differently compared to original Part 2. If you saw me doing a strategy from a couple years ago, it's a little bit different. So
Say when we ship out?
throw it maybe just a little bit further left than I was before. And then just do a sprint jump into a dive right around where she would land on the curb. And then just do prone dives.
I'll look at it. Watch yourself.
And it's just one of those things, you're not supposed to get alerted. Okay? If you do get alerted, though, you can still keep going. What you mainly want to do is... Because I'm just going to tell you right now, alerts are going to happen, okay? Make sure you're not alerted before this invisible line where the 2 extra enemies would spawn in front of you, okay? That's all you need to do.
They say when we ship out?
So, throw, let go of sprint. Sprint jump.
Who did you hear it from?
Sprint jump into a dive right around where she would land on the curb. Prone dives. And keep doing them for as long as you want, really. Like, that works too. You know, you don't have to stand up into a jump, okay? But you saw right there, I basically did the exact same thing 2 times in a row and I got different results. This is one of those areas that's just like that, okay? We'll just do it a couple more times.
Ship out?
Throw, let go, sprint jump,
Who did you hear?
sprint jump, into a dive with her landing on the curb, prone dives, the low kind, and do these for as long as you want. I still ended up getting alerted. I did the exact same thing as before, but just, you'll see, if you get alerted, maybe hang to the right a little bit and then go left. Because that one time that I got shot is more of a rarity, okay? And then do these climbs without sprint held down so she regains it. The only negative of getting alerted, but basically what just happened there, getting alerted but still being okay, you lose your sprint for like 1 second when you like look at when you overlook Seattle in the next part. And yeah, that's about it. So getting alerted here is not the end of the world, but it's just one of those areas. There's like 5 or 6 enemies here. You're never going to be able to control exactly where their eyes are going, okay?
I got something. Check it out.
Like that. I don't know why I got alerted there.
They say when we ship out.
Going down today. All the units are being rounded up.
Who did you hear?
Got something. Quick, check it out.
Watch your back.
Maybe their walking patterns are a little bit different each time. Like I could stand up here. And that worked, you know, so it's... Obviously, if you prone dive all the way to the very end, that's probably the safest thing you can do, despite the fact you're not hidden in the grass. But it definitely is more
Say
consistent.
when we ship out.
Going down today. All the
Let
units
go.
are being rounded up.
Sprint jump.
Who did you hear?
I heard something. On the mark.
Seems like the later you do the sprint jump, the more consistent it is. It's weird. So yes, you can absolutely do that. Equally as safe. And I think we'll continue. It's up to you. Okay? The beginning is going to be the same. Once you start doing the prone dives, it's kind of up to you what you want to do. Okay? Once you drop, hold down sprint, do a dodge dive under here,
What were you saying?
and this is where she keeps her sprint for a little while.
Said she'll tell me when.
Once things are wrapped up here.
Alright, right there. I'm going to update the save file. Practice, practice, practice. Here's the one thing that, like, you know, the bottle throw, the sprint jumps into the dive. Once you're prone and you're not alerted, what you do once you make it to that patch of grass, that's up to you. You want to prone dive to the edge? That's fine. You want to stand up into a jump? That's fine. But just know, every time you do this, you're going to get a slightly different result because of the randomness of the enemies, okay? You can see why the only permadeath run I got this far, I lost right there. It's a rough spot. But, yeah, we'll keep going. And again, the only difference...
Look at this mess.
The only difference
Aquarium.
between getting alerted and not getting alerted
Most
in
of that
terms of
Ferris wheel.
speed, because you saw the movement's the same.
Tommy has the same info.
Right here. If you didn't get alerted, you can sprint this little patch right here from here into the water. If you did get alerted, you lose your sprint right here. But the strategy remains the same. You want to do a hammer swing on the very edge of the gravel here. Okay? No matter if you have sprint or not. You want to do a hammer swing on the very edge of the gravel. If you do it too early, she's just going to drop. If you do it at the last second, she really launches. And I've noticed a little more consistency if you aim it a bit to the right. So it looks like this. Alright, that one wasn't very good. Maybe I can try it again. Alright, yeah, I can.
Looks like we're swimming.
See how that one was further? That's what I was talking about right there. But notice, I didn't have sprint that time, and I still went further. Okay? So, in that regard, it doesn't matter.
Looks like we're swimming.
Yeah, practice the timing for this. It's a little...
Looks like we're swimming.
Okay, so like, just ever so slightly towards the edge. Because if you're on the
Looks like we're
edge, you
swimming.
fall right off. Or, like...
Looks like we're swimming.
Okay, so maybe not quite on the very edge, just a tiny bit before it.
Looks like we're swimming.
Like that. That right there is the best you can get. Okay? I believe when you have sprint as well, you climb out of the water here a little bit faster. But that's it. Okay. I'm making a file right here, and I need to go over this trick. So normally, you just go over here, and then go under here, and then go up here, and then go up there, and go up there. That, however, is too slow, so there's something else we can do. We can do that. We can do all of that. It's a kind of... It's not the most consistent thing, and it's a bit tough to do, but here's the best way I can explain it. Have the flashlight be off, because when the flashlight is on... Can't even see that it's on. When the flashlight is on, notice how the camera goes a little bit further towards the right of her shoulder. So I like the camera off, the flashlight off here, so the camera's a little bit more centered behind her. Don't jump off of there, but also don't be touching the wall. Somewhere in the middle. Angle her parallel to this cliff right there. Like, parallel to these leaves right here. But don't be over there, but don't be over here. So try and jump off of there. Angled parallel to the wall. With sprint held down. You can let go of sprint after she jumps. And then what you want to do is hold right and mash like a madman. Like a crazy person. Okay, so it looks like this. Alright, that one I was too far away from the cliff. If you fail it, just... Like I said, it's not perfectly consistent. There you go, it works. And really what makes this work better is mashing faster. See that? The faster you mash, the more likely it's going to work. I recommend practicing, okay? I seem to remember the further right you are, the less it works, but it's working just fine here. Yeah, it seems to be working just fine. I think the key really is just mashing as fast as you can. I just got it like 5 times in a row, so. Yeah, that's really it. Practice. At this point, I want to see how many times in a row I can get this. This is really nice. Look at that. I'll move on, but that's how you do it, okay? Practice, practice, practice. And the key is holding a direction on the left stick. I didn't have sprint held down. You can, but if that feels more comfortable to you. But mash, mash, mash. And then from here, we're just going to leave.
Think we can get through there?
Let's see.
Okay.
I would have come, you know,
Move.
if you told me you were leaving.
So.
I would have come, you know, if you told me you were leaving.
Close enough. One more time, then I'll explain it.
I would have come, you know, if you told me you were leaving.
There, that one was a good one. Okay, so what exactly am I doing there? Well, if you just jump off the ledge, you don't go far enough. Barely. Did you see how she, like, barely made it?
I would have come, you know.
Also, you don't have to do hammer swings, because you do have to, like, line things up here. Okay, so you can do that. But I want to quickly load up a different area that's a lot further away. Okay? I might have gotten rid of it. Damn. Okay, hold on one second. Okay. So right here, we're at the beginning of Abby Day 2, because I want to show you something. There's a strategy here, where normally we gotta pick up the plank and put it over there. But you can do this instead. Okay, not that. Better than that. Of course I had to show that.
What am I doing? They're fucking
You do this.
scars.
This is an easy strategy. That. There we go. See that? She made that whole jump, and it's pretty easy to do.
What the hell am I doing?
However,
They're fucking
it's not as simple as just jumping at the last second.
not
See? It's not that simple. So what you do is you lean forward.
am I doing?
When she's about to fall,
They're fucking scars.
you hold either up... You basically hold a direction on the left stick that isn't forward, and she jumps further. Like, just as she's about to fall off. Like, right there. If you... Like, she's already committed to falling. That moment, if you hold the left stick in a different direction and then jump, she jumps further.
Fucking scars.
Like this.
I'm not falling.
See that? She still jumps forward, but she jumps further. And that is how you get it.
What the hell am I doing?
So again, she doesn't... It's not just holding forward the whole time.
Not fa-
She doesn't make the jump. You gotta hold the left stick in a different direction at the last moment, and then jump. It's very easy to do. Okay, not too far. If I did that, that means I jumped too early. It's a precise timing.
They're fucking scars.
So right there.
Not falling.
See that? Same inputs as before, but if you do it too early, that's what happens.
They're fucking
It's quite easy to
scars.
do.
Not falling.
Once you get like a rhythm for this, you can get this every single
What
time.
am I doing? They're fucking scars.
Too early. Too early. I'll do this one more time. Because I think you see where I'm getting with this. We do that in the library with
They're
Ellie.
fucking scars.
There we go. So the later you do this jump, the better. You do it too late, and she plummets. But you do it too early, and she just jumps right. We'll do it one more time.
What the hell am I doing?
So I think you get the concept by now.
They're fucking scars.
And then...
Not
Boom.
falling.
Practice it. It gets easier the more you just keep doing it. We're going to bring the logic of that trick into here. Don't worry. There and right here are the only two spots we really use this.
I would have come, you know.
So we're going to do the same thing.
If you told
Just
me
as she's about to fall. You want to turn the left stick in a direction and then jump. She's guaranteed to make it. Because if you mess up this jump, you end up with this. And it's really slow. So you want to make sure you do this
I would have
right.
come, you know. If you told me you were leaving.
Like so. Do you see how... You could probably hit circle when you're in midair and she lands
I
cleaner.
would have come, you know. If you told me you were leaving.
Oh, she definitely does. Yeah, you want to hit circle when she lands. But yeah, she's
would
able to
come.
jump a lot further, so she's guaranteed, which means you can line this up a little bit further left. Look at that. That's what we want. That will save you like 5 or 6 seconds over
If
like,
you told me you were leaving.
I don't know, something like this. It's like, oh man, I missed the jump. Gotta do this instead. It's so much faster. But yeah, those two spots with this trick, practice, practice, practice,
If you
okay?
told me you were leaving.
Oh, come on. Too far left and that'll happen, so.
I would
Yeah,
have
I
come,
actually don't recommend doing hammer swings here and like pre-align the camera. And you can't do hammer swings there, so you'll have to do like a dodge
I
hammer
would've come,
swing
you know.
kind of thing.
If you told me you were leaving.
You'll have to do these and then go from there.
I would have
All right, one more time. I think you get it, but
If you told me you were leaving.
oh, that was the best one. All right, then we continue onward. Now somewhere right here, make sure a pistol is the last thing that you like touched in your inventory, okay? So while I was doing the hammer swings off the ledges there, I made sure a pistol was the last thing I held, and when you make it past this point right here, an encounter begins, and this is definitely one of the weirder like restart checkpoints in the run. So this is what you do. And then the moment she's able to start sprinting again, there's another checkpoint. And then the area is clear again. So when you first enter this area and the encounter begins, there's an attack dog right there. There's an attack dog right there. But it's very strange. This is definitely one of the weirder like restart checkpoint restart stuff we do here. So what we're going to do is we're going to fire a bullet. Get this brick, and then the moment Ellie's able to sprint because of the alert, we restart checkpoint, and then we have the brick and the way is clear. So that's what we do. That's why I said a pistol's the last thing you need to hold, because you do have limited time here. If I hit right, you might not have time. Barely have time. You barely have time. So that's why when you're falling down you run up the stairs and then you fall down the different floors. Right before you start hammer swinging towards this checkpoint, make sure you hit right once, so the next time you aim, it's the pistol. You do that, and she can't move quickly here, so that's why you want to do 2 dodges. So it all looks like this. Fire the bullet, get the brick, and then the moment you notice her start sprinting, restart checkpoint. And you're free to do this strategy now. Don't worry about hammer swings.
Okay.
Don't worry about that either.
Don't let her escape!
And then we go. So there is... I do really like this strategy. It's a very good one. And it works a lot of the time. I'll do it successfully one more time.
Okay. Assuming they all die. And... Trespasser!
Don't let her get away! Go, go!
And then we go. Okay, so what's really going on here? Well, first of all, you don't want to get alerted. If an awareness indicator flashes, that's okay. I like to run as far to the left as possible. That really lowers the chance of somebody potentially spotting you, because if you're going too far to the right, like you just run this way, that happens, and then it can just get scary, okay? You don't need to put yourself through that. So when you're sprinting right here, be as far to the left as possible, lowers the chance of anything bad happening. And then when you get right here, you want to wait for this guy to jump and then brick him and then go. The reason being, oh god, if you get alerted earlier, there's a woman with a dog, okay? So again, the movement is, I let go of sprint right around here, right for the climb. Now, if you get alerted too early, that might work. Or that might work, it might not, I don't know. Okay, right here. If you get... Here, I'll sprint the whole way, and you'll see what happens, okay? Basically, there's a reason why we hang back. Alright, ignoring him, watch what happens here. Okay, of course it's not doing what I want to. Basically, if you get alerted too early, there's a woman with a shotgun and a dog right here. She doesn't, she won't, what is it? She won't... If you get alerted later, she runs this way, towards here. If you get alerted really early, she kind of stays put. Okay? I've had it a couple times where not only was there a dog in my way, but that lady with the dog has a shotgun. Okay? The later you get alerted, the more likely it is she's not going to be in your way. But also, as you saw, the guy I'm bricking, he's walking towards us and then he leaps over something. If we throw a brick at him while he's leaping, it won't stun him. Okay? So basically what I do is I stand there, I wait for him to leap, and then I leap. And then I throw the brick at him after he's finished landing. But if you try and go any faster than that, the woman with the dog will shotgun you. So let go of sprint right around here and climb up. Wait for him to do a leap. There we go. Get him. Go this way. You can either go this way. There's this... Hold on. Maybe I can... There's this stump in the way right here. If you go... Ow! God. Okay. You can go... Oh my god. Okay. Oh, Jesse shot the dog. You can go to, like, the left of it, or you can go around it. It doesn't matter. I like to cut the corner a little bit. And then I jump into the water and then, like, prone, and she's under the water, so yes, you don't need to hammer swing here. Just let go of sprint right here when you climb, wait for him to leap.
They all die, and me survive.
Like so. And then throw it. Oh, there she is. She's supposed to have a dog. I'm trying to think what happened there. He took a little while to leap over. That might have been it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not a lot to this. Just pretty much do what I'm doing here. Because part of it is to refill some sprint, so let go.
Assuming they all die.
The moment he starts leaping over. Boom, there we go. And then go. And that's pretty much it. Alright, it's not really worth overthinking it. And then resurface, because I think you swim a little faster. Yeah, don't overthink that area, okay? It can really just be that simple. Alright, we're gonna do a dodge into a crouch. Come up here. Just keep climbing things. This is personal preference, but we do need to swap out to the revolver at some point. I like to do it right here. And then you go from your backpack right into a climb, then that triggers the cutscene right there. So I like to do it right there. We're done with the pistol. For pretty much the rest of the run, we're going to use revolver on the bloater next. But like I mentioned with the crafting of the molly, there's no downtime, free time to swap. From like the moment we boost Jesse up at the beginning of the video, we're always moving. We are always moving. Okay, then we skip cutscene, and then we're going to come over here. I don't think we can... No, we can't. It's better to just do one jump right here. What the... Okay, I'm going to have to go back and play around with this checkpoint. I was positive the checkpoint here was landing right here. If it's not, I gotta... Okay, I gotta look into this. Hold on. Okay, I kind of figured out where the checkpoint is. What I was gonna do is this. And then the moment she lands is the checkpoint, but it turns out it's actually a bit earlier than that. It's right about... there. Yeah. So it's right about there. Just like basically where the floor is on that next part. Checkpoint. And this checkpoint's, it's a good one. It places you quite a bit further. So right about there. Right where she, like, falls down from this floor right here. You can see there's different things of elevation. There's that one, there's this one, and then there's this one right here. When she starts to eclipse that one right there, that's where checkpoint is. You can technically, what happened before, you can technically hit it from like the edge of the top part, but this is just much easier. Just do a jump right there. Checkpoint. And then we go. Hammer swings. Try and get past Jesse here. Also, you notice I didn't hammer swing right there because it's made of glass, so... Nope, hold on. It's made of glass, so you gotta watch out you don't do this. It's very frustrating. So I usually do a jump into some hammer swings, hang left here, get ahead of Jesse, and then we're gonna go this way. Watch out you don't hammer that fire extinguisher in the glass case there.
This is wrecked.
Then we're gonna triangle prompt this thing, and then go. And the moment you hear this thing crash behind you, there's a checkpoint. So right there. Checkpoint, and you can just move her earlier. So I do a dodge into the water, and then we go.
This way. Come on.
Need a hand?
Now because there's enemies there, we can only go so quick here. What I like to do is always be looking at Jesse and be near him, because he has to climb up the rope first.
You four. Take the land bridge to the
That
marina.
rope.
The rest
But just
of you,
always kind of be near him and looking at him,
wait for orders.
and then he'll go.
We're supposed to wait here while our guys are being sniped?
We have our orders.
Okay, now I have to show something that happened to me not that long ago. And it is this. Just watch. This is going to end up being a long video, so I got to pick and choose what I upload. You know? Never. Never. I've never. You know? Yeah. It's something that just can happen. I don't really know why. I've heard some people say, oh, it's the higher frame rates. Oh, it's the remaster. It has nothing to do with frame rates. It has to do with the remaster. I think it has something to do with maybe being too underneath the rope or something. But for ultimate safety, I do this in 30 FPS just to possibly prevent that from happening. I don't know what causes that. This isn't an encounter, so 30 FPS won't. I don't know if it happens before you climb up or during. I don't know what happens, but... Okay, it looks good. It's not moving that much, so I'm just gonna grab it and go. I want to say it's the higher frame rates that make it weird, but it could just be a side effect of the remaster. Yeah, so I typically like to watch Jesse climb the rope before getting underneath it, just to see if it's going to happen. And, yeah. And then we go. Skip cutscene, that leads into the mall. That leads into the mall. And, honestly, not that bad of an encounter.
Got the engine back up. Where should I put in? Control the perimeter. I don't want any more surprises today.
Oh, come on.
It's the girl! Kill her!
If I had jumped, like, half a step earlier, that wouldn't have happened. But you do basically what I did here. She might still be okay. I want to see.
Please, please.
Ow. Ow. She might still be okay. Yeah, see, she's okay. They stop hitting you right at around here. So, yeah. Okay. So, the ending there, as you can see, is pretty specific. You actually want tired sprint so you're not making as much noise. And then... You know what? Easier to explain from here. There's a specific timing where you want to stop sprinting. Yeah, this shouldn't take too long to explain. It's a pretty easy encounter. Okay, well, to start out, basically you want to swim for like 3 strokes and then go underwater. 1, 2, 3. When you get to the corner here, a little bit before, there's 2 enemies right above your head, right there, so they would spot you if you swam for too long. Then you swim up till right around here. You want to resurface a little bit early, so she has, because the moment you resurface, you can't climb. It's like 1 second after, so resurface a little bit earlier. Climb on here, sprint over here. Now we're draining her sprint on purpose. So the moment she's finished climbing here, she has tired sprint. Okay? And we want that, because if she has full sprint, she makes too much noise. But when we stop sprinting, just walking is too slow. So we do 2 sprint jumps, and then at the very edge, we don't dodge, we just hold sprint right at the edge. She'll fall, and then sometimes she goes under the water, sometimes she doesn't. But I think if you tired sprint right at the edge there, you're not alerted, but then you go in. As for when to start doing the jumps, literally at the edge of that rubble. See where Ellie's right elbow is? Right at that rubble right there. That's when you start doing the jumps. And I did it just a tiny bit too late. But yeah, and then we go. So again, like I mentioned, if you don't go underwater, that happens. So make sure you go underwater. Right at around... Right there's good. Then go right. At least for me, circle descends you, X makes you go up. And then I sort of inch my way up a little bit. And then I hold sprint and resurface right at around here. And then go. I don't hold sprint when I resurface, because then she might just fall off that way. I hold sprint when I climb out of there, but I let go and then hold forward and sprint, because sometimes her momentum can take her left instead of forward. So I usually time when I hold sprint going forward. But here I'm draining her sprint intentionally so it gets tired at around this point right here. And then sprint jump, and then a sprint right about here. There we go. Triangle prompt right there. And then you pull this thing 3 times and then you go. That's pretty much it. If you want to, like, if you don't like doing the sprint jumps, I guess technically you could, like, walk or jog the rest of the way. But, you know, the sprint jumps, as long as you're doing them properly, they don't waste any time. You should have mastered them by the time we did Courthouse in day 1. So just do sprint jumps, just like you saw in the first example. Make sure you don't do it too late. Otherwise, yeah. As for the consistency of not getting killed here... Triangle, triangle, triangle.
Yes.
Push in! On it!
I didn't take damage there, okay? So, it's a mixed bag. I can't recall doing this area properly. I don't know if I've ever been killed here. Ever. Okay? So yeah, we'll do this one more time. It's not that difficult of an area.
Where should I put in?
Go underwater right about there. Any closer to the surface, it might affect their visibility. Whatever, you gotta be this low anyway. Go.
Control the perimeter. I don't
And then
want
sprint
any more
forward. Trust me,
surprises.
that can be a little awkward if you're not used to doing it. And then sprint jumps. Oop. Oop. And then sprint off the ledge here. Alright, that one she went underwater. That right there's the backup. Try and hit triangle from far away, because, right, she was too close to the boat, and then she had to, like, readjust herself. So, I'll do that one more time.
Got the engine
And then we'll go.
back up. Where should I put in?
And then, when I'm driving the boat, in my attempts, I always swap it to 30. And there's a reason for that, which hopefully I'll be able to show you. Because I am more of a visual learner. Out.
Control the
Sprint
perimeter.
forward.
I don't want any more surprises today.
And then... sprint jump. Sprint jump. Sprint into the water. Little awkward, but whatever. Like I mentioned, sometimes you go into the water, sometimes you don't. I don't really know. But that should not affect you getting out of here. And it doesn't matter what frame rate you put it at. Ow. Ow.
Pin her down! Done!
You missed. You missed. You missed. Okay, right at around here. A little further. A little further. Right there. The encounter is over. And if you restart checkpoint, it places you a little bit further, but more importantly, the enemies stop firing at you. Okay, I'm going to make a file here and show you why I usually swap the frame rate to 30 here. Okay? So it's at the bottom of these little waterfalls, these little streams. See how the boat came to, like, almost a complete stop? Every time she hits the bottom of a little waterfall, she almost comes to a complete stop. Especially, like, right there. Basically, if you have it set to 30, she kind of, like, just keeps going. Okay? So we do it here, and it's just boat riding. So it doesn't make you go any faster, but it makes it so she doesn't come to, like, a complete stop at the bottom of these little waterfalls here. It's better shown off in the next area. But mainly, pretty much with any part of the boat riding, I always do it in 30. Just
Please go through.
because it's very noticeable in the next part. Alright. Okay, when the boat makes it to the bottom of right here, right there, restart checkpoint. You gotta hit triangle to get out of the boat, because she's still, like, driving it. So you want to hit triangle to get out of the boat, and then come over here. Like I said, this is just all movement, so you can put up with 30 for a little while. Then we're going to go. It's very noticeable right here. I'm going to update the file here. Very noticeable right here. So when you're in 30, you get to the bottom of this little waterfall. Okay, she barely went anywhere. Let me try that again. Come on, Ellie, really punch it. Still not a good enough example. You'll see, she'll really take off. That was a little bit of an example, but when you have it on the highest frame rates, she really almost comes to a complete stop. Like right there. Not doing the best job at showing this off, but just trust me, it is a thing, okay? I've had some examples where it was very noticeable. See how she got it like a little boost in the water there? That just doesn't happen in the highest frame rates. So just trust me, okay? You got nothing to lose anyway by trying. It could be superstition. I don't think it is, though.
Got it.
So even though there's no more little waterfalls, I just always keep it in 30 just because. You can control it just fine. And this is one of my favorite strategies in the entire run. A bunch of enemies.
Damn it.
Just keep swimming. Or just keep riding the boat. Try not to bump into anything or anyone. And you just go. I've never taken damage there before. It's hilarious and I love it. Okay, I usually like to hit triangle to stop the boat. Right at around it breaks through the glass, and this is where you can swap the frame rate back. So you hit triangle to exit the boat, and then you go this way. Okay, everything should still be reloaded. And like I mentioned, we're done with the pistol. We have no revolver either, so we have a rifle bullet and a shotgun. So that's less than 3 bullets combined between all of our guns. And because of that, there is going to be 3 free shotgun shells right here. Get that, reload them. Right over here, there's 1 revolver bullet. And ammo here. We don't need that one, we need this one. So what I like to do is reload it from here. Pick that up. She'll reload all 4 bullets. We need that quarter explosive. We also need the revolver to be the last thing we had held in our hand. If you want to get a brick, you can. That's up to you. You don't really need it. I also don't really do hammer swings here that much. You don't need pistol. Just 1, 2, 3. Pump. Revolver ammo.
Goddamn.
And then reload it in anticipation for this revolver ammo. So, get this explosive.
Come on.
And then we go. Nice and simple.
Shit!
Speaking of simple... There we go. Okay. Let's go over that one. So everything's reloaded. We got the ammo. We don't need that, okay? We, however, do need one of these bricks and bottles for Santa Barbara. So this is where you actually start thinking about Santa Barbara. That explosive gave us... hold on. Oh. We're short 1 canister. That's going to be picked up outside the aquarium. And as you can see, that will give us enough for 1 more stun bomb, which we will craft in Santa Barbara. You don't have to worry about that now, but that's all for crafting ingredients. You see, we got as much as we needed. We crafted 2 of these, and we're going to craft 1 of these. Okay? But that was the last thing of explosives we needed. We got the 2 in the stalker thing. 1 in the hospital, and then 1 here. Canisters, we got a half in the... We got a half in the theater, next to the radio. I don't remember where we picked up the other quarter, but yeah, the last quarter will be up here. And yeah, so... If you want a brick or bottle, you can pick it up here in case it goes badly. If you're feeling unsafe about this fight, you can do that because you noticed I only had to take out the bloater. But if you remember when you played this for the first time, there were other infected that hopped into the area. That's because someone's asking about weapon upgrades. No weapon upgrades, no supplement upgrades. We do not need to pick up a single one of them because the animations on the crafting table take too long. And supplements don't really give us an edge at all. We just go for both Ellie and Abby. What was I saying? If you take too long to kill the bloater, a runner will spawn in and start going after you and attacking you. But we're not going to use ammo on those infected. So if you want a brick for the fight, you can start reloading and pick it up here. That's fine too. But yeah, just like before though, make sure revolver's the last thing you had in your hand. So reload, get this, get that. Make sure she's finished reloading as well. Okay? You don't want to have to reload an extra bullet at the end. Same thing with the shotgun. But yeah, then we keep going. So it's up to you if you feel safer having a brick or bottle for right here. It slows me down personally picking it up, so yeah, again, just make sure revolver's the last thing you had held in your hand. I also like having the flashlight on when I'm pushing that thing, so it helps me aim a little bit better. And then we do this.
Goddamn bloaters! Wondered what the fuck went. Got you, asshole!
And then we go. Yeah. So that's like maybe 3 or 4 different parts so far where make sure the last thing you had held in your hand was a certain thing. You got to make that muscle memory, okay? Okay. We'll go from here. So the first thing we do is fire a revolver bullet. And I like this to be a headshot. The more headshots you get, the more damage it deals. Because this bloater you can actually kill, unlike the one in the flashback. So I immediately start out just with a quick aim. I'm not hitting D-pad. Aim the revolver and headshot him. Then immediately swap to the rifle with the left press, and you can just body shot him. Another headshot is asking for too much. Then he's going to throw something at you immediately. So then you swap to your shotgun and get to his side. Once you make it to his side, start firing, but then keep moving to his back and just keep mashing fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, and make sure those shots connect, because sometimes it'll look like they connect, but they actually graze him. And then what you need to do is hit right twice to get your revolver. And this is when you want to start avoiding one of his punches, and then go for headshots. And it should take only 1 or 2 more to get him. And then pick up one of those bricks and bottles on your way out, and we will use that in Santa Barbara. That's very important. Do not forget that. Or, again, you could pick it up here so you don't forget. But, yeah.
Shit!
That's the bloater fight.
Gotcha, bloater!
To his side. Boom.
Wondered
Boom.
what the fuck went.
Boom. Boom.
Got you, asshole!
I will also mention, if you do this from a restart encounter, it doesn't go as well. Okay? I just have to point that out. I'll try and... I don't really have a strategy for that because we're not using bombs. But I will, I'll try and find something for you.
Shit!
Regardless, yeah. Again, if you take too long to kill the bloater, a runner will spawn in, and that's kind of slow. But like you saw, there's a lot of bricks and bottles lying around. Also, you don't... Like, not every shot needs to be a headshot, but it certainly helps, okay? The headshot... Let me body shot everyone and see if that kills him. Let me intentionally just body shot.
Goddamn bird! Wonder what the fuck we're in now.
Okay, yeah, see that?
Got you, X!
Still worked. But, as you're probably well aware, however many headshots you can get with either the revolver or a rifle, I don't recommend it with the rifle, it's too difficult to shot. Any headshots you can get are worth it. I also don't recommend running all the way around to the bloater and then start firing. I recommend getting to his side, start firing, and then just move further away from him while you're firing. And because they gotta be, like, just empty the entire shotgun on them. Don't, like, fire one, move, fire one, move. Once you start firing, you never let go of aim until it's empty. Okay.
Goddamn bird! Wonder what the fuck we're in now.
Boom.
Got you,
It can be a
asshole!
little scary, but practice, practice, practice. Okay, I'm going to try and find a strategy to do from a restart encounter. Let's say you die. What are you supposed to do? I don't really know. Oh, well, there you go. Oh yeah, two. Okay, how about two revolver? Oops. Okay, how about two revolver? Make sure you hit. 1, 2, 3, and then go for shotguns. And then hopefully you kill him there. So basically, empty more revolver ammo on him here. Because if you get hit once, you're dead. So. Or maybe 3 revolver and then a rifle. Yeah, I think that works better. Alright, try this instead. 2, 3. Still got one more. Oh, there's one. Oh, but you break the hammer. It's okay if you break the hammer, because the movement's a little bit awkward. You just have the aquarium. You lose the hammer in Santa Barbara. But I'm coming up with this strategy on the fly, okay? I don't actually, like, have anything documented for this, but, yeah, 3 revolver works better, I think. Well, he's not dead yet, so. There he is, he's dead. Yeah, whatever you feel comfortable doing. If you want to save the hammer, you can always do this. But yeah, I'm just spitballing here.
Got
Whatever you feel like doing. I kind of like the 2 revolver into shotguns. I kind of like that one the best. 1, 2. Kind of hard to see him here.
Got you, asshole!
I'll do it one more time, just... Ow! I didn't dodge. Yep. This is why it's important to get this first try, because this strategy is not nearly as appealing.
Got you, asshole!
Bottle before you go. That was the best performed one. I'll do one of each one more time, and then we'll head to the aquarium.
Shit!
Oh, that was fast.
Got you, asshole!
Bottle, and then you get out. Backup strat would be 1, 2. Oh, I missed. 1, 2, 3. And then... That was good, too.
Got you, asshole!
Okay, we'll move on. One or the other. Make sure you get a bottle before you leave.
Okay,
Okay, we still have our hammer.
back to that damn Ferris wheel.
In we go.
Finally.
Alright, as soon as you can aim, restart checkpoint. That sends us down here.
Okay.
Much faster. Get in the boat. And I like to swap back to 30 FPS just because there's a lot of rough terrain here.
Almost there.
I seriously think it makes a difference. Maybe we can see if it does. We need some rough terrain here. That's rough enough. I feel like it's slowing down a little. I really do. Yeah, I think she keeps her speed in 30. Okay, right around here somewhere. It's kind of hard to see. When you get right about here, that should be it. Yeah, right about there, there's a checkpoint. It places you further, and then what you do is you, like, turn the boat to the right, and then it immediately loses its power. And then just mash triangle. Like so. You can swap the frame rate back because we're done with the boat. You need to wait for the dial to get on the triangle prompt, but when it happens, you mash it twice, and then you mash it again when it reaches triangle. And then when the camera goes underwater here, right there, there's another checkpoint. We'll update the file. And you want to do this movement right here. Alright, so there's the boat. We're going to go parallel. Can you see on the horizon just a little bit? It's kind of hard to see, but like... Yeah, it's a bit difficult to see here, but... To the left is just like a slightly brighter color. I'm swimming to the right of that. Because you do need a guide here. Oh, crap. That's why I made a save file. So what I'm looking for right here, I swim up, I notice the boat, and I swim like right next to it. And like right where I'm swimming, it's just slightly brighter colored. I swim to the right of that. And if you stay underwater for too long, she will drown. So right before, you want to resurface. But there's another reason for resurfacing later. If you resurface right away, you're going to get knocked down by the water. So you want to swim in that direction, but then you're going to get hit by waves. There's one, and there's another. I'm sure there's another one coming. Yep, there's one. But watch what happens when she climbs back on. Oh god. Oh, they're so slow. Oh my god. So what we do here. There's the boat. I swim straight and just a little bit to the right. Don't resurface. That eliminates the waves knocking you over. And also, if you resurface just at the last second, right around here, when you climb up,
Fuck it. I can make it.
it skips her climbing out of the water. And then you have to make it to right about... We do the dodge, jump, dodge. Once you make it right about here, there's a checkpoint right there. And it puts you a lot further. We were over there, now we're over here. And then we do movements there, but I'll do that one more time. Show you. This saves a lot of time, okay? This isn't just a little something. Right there. And, damn it. I don't normally do that. Apparently it checkpoints you when you make it out of the water. Anyway, up here. Right there. And you'll see this on your monitor. Just above Ellie's head to the left is slightly discolored. It looks yellow, almost. Swim to the right of that. And then resurface eventually right about here. She can drown if you don't.
Fuck it. I can make it.
Right about there. There's a checkpoint. And then... Ellie's running speed for like the rest of the way is slow running. So you have to do hammer swings. If you don't have the hammer and you lost it, you can do the dodge knife thrusts. Same thing. Okay, so restart checkpoint. I like to do... It's kind of hard to get the movement right away. I actually do this. I climb up on that thing, and then when she lands, I do a hammer swing, but it looks better. Nope, hold on. Looks better, hold on. There we go. But here's the canister we needed. So I do a jump into the swings. There's the canister right there.
Abby, where are
Right
you?
there. And then I do a jump into hammer swings. And then I do a dodge prone right there. So there's all that movement right there. Dodge forward, do a jump, into hammer swings,
Okay.
get that,
Abby, where are you?
and then dodge, dive. Come over here and do the same thing. Into hammer swings. And then there's some shallow water right here, so I don't think you can do hammer swings, so I pretty much just dodge, jump, and then I dodge at the last second. And then she can run really fast here in the water, so you don't have to do hammer swings in here. And then we go... I don't think it's immediately when she loses her footing here. So I dodge forward, and then it's a little bit after she starts falling. So right there, there's a checkpoint. That places us pretty far ahead. I don't remember where we were exactly, but it placed us like a lot further ahead. I think we were over there. I don't know where we came from, but oh, from up there? Yeah, we were over there, and it places us down here, which saves a lot of time. So I pretty much do that, or you could do that instead. You just got to end up going over here. And then I don't believe you go faster when you look down. Remember, that was a thing in the hospital. I do it just in case. Yeah, I think she's moving at the same speed. But I look down anyway just in case I'm wrong.
No. Jesus.
Mash square, otherwise you're dead. You can stop mashing square right there. And then aim. The moment you can move her, there's another checkpoint. And I do have to show this off. Give me a second. Okay, there's a really funny clip that I like to show here. So when Part 2 originally launched on PS4s, and 30 FPS was the only option, there was a glitch that was left in by the devs accidentally, where when the dog attacked you, it actually did a little bit of damage. That's not here anymore. They patched it out in original Part 2, like immediately after this, and it's not in the remaster either. Alice delivers 0 damage on you. But there was one time when I got hit by the bloater, and I entered here with about that much health. And it used to be that Alice, the dog, delivered a tiny bit of damage. This is the result. I think the run's not anywhere on the screen, but it's 2:34. Do I have to...
Jesus.
What's this? Oh, am I dead? I just soft locked the game. I think the run's over. It is a soft lock. There's no way to correct it. But it just keeps happening. I think I just soft locked the game. I did. It made it so you... The bloater bull rushing me. You can actually see on the bottom real quick I had
the bloater
a little
bull
bit of
rushing
health.
me.
Look at that. That little bit of health right there, and Alice, at the time, delivered some damage. So yeah, they patched it out. So you don't have to worry about that. But it is funny, right? I love that clip so much. Because it's impossible to get it again unless you unpatch the original Part 2. I don't even think it works then, but... yeah. Okay. Did I update the file? Yes, I did. Okay. The rest of the movement is like this. This is the last bit of movement you have to do. The very moment you hit triangle on the door, restart checkpoint, and it puts you right in the cutscene. So triangle, checkpoint, and then cutscene. The movement here can be a little finicky, because it's hard to get the hammer movements, and it's also hard to steer her. Oh, that's much easier. Yeah, that's a lot easier. Where's it going to place me? Yeah, there's a little checkpoint there. That doesn't save time, but... okay, so I guess you can go right from a dodge into the hammer swings. You go a little far on that one, but that's okay. And, yeah. That's pretty much it. I'll do it one more time. And then hit triangle. The very moment you hit triangle, restart checkpoint, cutscene, skip cutscene. Now, mash square. And make sure you keep mashing square until it's all finished, okay? Because did you see right there how Ellie grabbed the knife? Square was still on there. There was one run, not that long ago, like a year ago or so. I noticed Ellie grabbed the knife, so I figured, oh, the cinematic's going to take over. It didn't, and Mel killed her. So, yeah. And again, when you're using speedrun mode, the timer pauses the very moment a cutscene begins. So mash square like a maniac the entire time. Don't take any chances. And then skip. And then skip again. and hold sprint and forward. One of those things you can move a little bit while the screen's black. And then we go to the curtains, and that is it for Ellie Day 3. Skip 3 different cutscenes, and that takes us into playing as Abby, but that'll be for the next video. And that's Ellie Day 3. Even though this is still like an hour and a half long, it's if you like take a step back, there's not really that much that goes on here. There's convention. You gotta keep track of your ammo, make sure all your guns are reloaded at the start, and then craft a molly. And then it's the convention center. There's the cliff climbing, and then the jump onto the stairs. Then there's the part right after with the weird checkpoints. Then there's the mall, which is pretty easy, and then the bloater, and then there's just movement in the aquarium, and that's it. But yeah, make sure you have 3 bullets or less combined between all of the guns you have. That does not include arrows. And make sure you pick up the remaining explosive before grabbing the cart. Make sure revolver's the last thing you had in your hand when you fight the bloater. Make sure you pick up all the ammo that was there. Make sure you swap the frame rate to 30 when you're driving the boat. That's pretty much it. It's not that much. Compared to like every other video in this tutorial, it's not that much information. So hopefully Day 3 doesn't give you too many problems. It was giving me some problems. Convention Center is always a pain in the ass encounter. I'd say that's of everything in Day 3, I'd say Convention Center is my least favorite one. So, yeah. Results will vary once you successfully do, like, that jump into the dive and then you're prone. If you work on everything up until there, because results will vary when you try and leave that area. Okay? It is what it is. But put some time into the convention center. It will, because that sets the tone for Day 3, how it's going to go. And yeah, next up will be Abby Day 1. And from this point forward, I mentioned that Ellie's crafting ingredients and bombs will carry over the next time you play as her in Santa Barbara. The same is not true for Abby. Okay? She, whatever med kits or crafting ingredients, or not crafting, whatever ammo you had as Abby at the end of the gondola, it doesn't carry over. Okay? I like to describe Part 2 as 2.5 games in one. There's Ellie's half, and then there's Abby's half, and then there's Farm in Santa Barbara. In terms of length, that is pretty much what it is. It's like 2.5 games in one, which is why we separate them. Their supplies are not dependent on each other. Ellie % ends right where I ended it, and Abby % ends at the theater, because that's basically the last time you play as her. Not including that little bit in Santa Barbara, but that's just... It takes like 2 minutes. Yeah, that's it for this one. Look forward to the next video. Any questions, I can answer you. I can answer them for you, or someone else can. But practice, practice, practice. Good luck. Bye.